Students, today we are going to discuss some mixed problem based on chapter continuity and differentiability. So first question under this category is a function f is defined as f of x is x square minus x minus 6 upon x square minus 2x minus 3 when x is not equals to 3 and 5 by 3 when x is equal to 3. So what we have to do, we have to prove that this function is discontinuous at x is equal to 3, and also it is asked, can we make it continuous? So let us start. In solution, as here function is not changing its definition before and after x is equal to 3, so we can avoid left hand limit and right hand limit. We can take straight away limit of the function x approaches to 3, and we can use middle term splitting in the numerator and denominator as a method of factorization. So common factor x minus 3 is cancelled out, and what we are left with, limit x approaches to 3, x plus 2 upon x plus 1. So now we can put x as 3, so limit is 5 upon 4, but f of 3 is 5 by 3. So in this case, limit x approaches to 3, f of x is not equal to f of 3, therefore f is discontinuous function, and hence it is not continuous. Now, as next question was, can we make it continuous? Students, we have discussed that when limit of a function is not equal to f of a, that type of discontinuity is removable discontinuity. So yes, we can remove this, we can make this function continuous. How? This can be removed if we redefine the function. How we can redefine? Like f of x is, first half is same, that x square minus x minus 6 upon x square minus 2x minus 3, where x is not equals to 3. In the second half, when in the question it was 5 upon 3 when x is equal to 3. So I am replacing this 5 by 3 with 5 by 4, which is the value of the limit which we have calculated, so that f of 3 is same that of limit x approaches to 3. So hence, by changing its definition, we have made this function continuous. Next question is actually set of 3 questions with same method. So first of all, I am writing all the 3 questions. So first question is, if under root 1 minus x square plus under root 1 minus y square is equal to k times x minus y, then prove that dy by dx is equal to under root of 1 minus y square upon 1 minus x square. In second question, x square has been replaced by x raised to the power 4, and same with y. And in third question, it is x raised to the power 6, y raised to the power 6, x cube, y cube, and so on. So in all the 3 questions, same method will be applied. So right now I am doing question number 2nd. For this time I am doing question number 2nd, and then first and third you can try yourself. It is same method. So let us suppose x square is sine theta, so that theta is sine inverse x square, and y square is sine phi, so that phi is sine inverse y square. Now putting these 2 values in given equation, the given equation becomes under root 1 minus sine square theta plus under root 1 minus sine square phi is equal to k times sine theta minus sine phi. Now 1 minus sine square theta under root is cos theta, so is cos phi is equal to k times sine theta minus sine phi. Now in the left hand side as well as in right hand side, we can apply CD formula. Remember CD formula of trigonometry, which we have done in +1 class. So 2 times cos c plus d by 2 into cos c minus d by 2 is equal to k times 2 cos c plus d by 2 into sin c minus d by 2, where c is theta here and d is phi. So common factor cancel out, 2 cancel out, and finally we are left with cos of theta minus phi by 2 is equal to k sin theta minus phi by 2. Now we can divide whole equation with sin theta minus phi by 2, so that left hand side is cot theta minus phi by 2, as angles are same, is equal to k. Remember, k is constant. Now theta minus phi whole upon 2 is cot inverse k, so that theta minus phi is 2 times cot inverse k. Now putting value of theta and phi, it is sin inverse x square minus sin inverse y square is equal to 2 times cot inverse k. Now we can differentiate this. So derivative of sin inverse x is 1 upon under root 1 minus x square. As it is already x square, so it becomes x raised to the power 4, and due to chain rule, derivative of x square is 2x. Same with y, 1 upon under root 1 minus y raised to the power 4 into 2y. Extra thing is y dash, because we are differentiating with respect to x. And importantly, right hand side is constant, so its derivative is 0. Finally, y dash is equal to x upon y under root 1 minus y raised to the power 4 upon 1 minus x raised to the power 4. So this is the solution for this question, and same method we can use for first and third question. In first question we can put x as sine theta, y as sine phi, and in third question we can put x cube as sine theta and y cube as sine phi. So these are set of 3 questions with same method. Now last question is very interesting here. Actually, in first look, it is a question which can't be judged as question of differentiation, because nothing is written like find dy by dx. So what is the question given? That cos of x by 2 into cos of x by 4 into cos of x by 8 up to so on is equal to sin x upon x. Then prove that 1 by 2 square secant square x by 2 plus 1 by 2 raised to the power 4 secant square x raised to the power 4 plus up to so on is equal to cosecant square x minus 1 upon x square. Now first step, we are applying log on both sides, and we know that log of m into n is log of m plus n. So this product is split as plus, and this quotient is split as minus, so that left hand side become cos of x by 2 plus log of cos of x by 2 plus log of cos of x by 4 up to so on is equal to log of sin x minus log of x. Now differentiating both sides with respect to x. Now this is very important thing. Log of cos x by 2, derivative of log is 1 by x, which is 1 by cos x by 2. Next, derivative of cos x, which is minus sin x by 2, into derivative of x, which is 1, so 1 by 2. So this is complete differentiation for log of cos x by 2. Next is same log of cos x by 4, and so on. In the right hand side, log of sin x, which is 1 by sin x into cos x, and log x is minus 1 by x. Now arranging the terms in left hand side as well as right hand side, so it become minus tan x by 2 into half, as sin by cos is tan, minus tan x by 4 into 1 by 4 up to so on is equal to cot x minus 1 by x. Now differentiating again, derivative of tan x by 2 is secant square x by 2 into derivative of x by 2 is half, and 1 by 2 was already there. Similarly, derivative of tan x by 2 is secant square x by 4, derivative of x by 4 is 1 by 4, and 1 by 4 again it was present already. Up to so on, and at the right hand side cot x is minus cosecant square x, and derivative of 1 by x due to power rule is minus 1 by x square. Now multiplying negative sign both sides, so left hand side become positive, 1 by 2 square secant square x by 2 plus 1 by 2 raised to the power 4 secant square x by 4 plus up to so on is equal to cosecant square x minus 1 by x square. So this is the required proof. So okay, that's all for today. Have a nice day. Take care. Thank you.